Migrants break through Croatian police lines at Tovarnik amid chaotic scenes in Croatia. Crowds of migrants briefly broke through riot police lines at the border with Serbia. People waiting for hours in blazing heat at Tovarnik grew frustrated, though the situation is quieter now. Croatia is struggling to deal with at least 7,300 arrivals since Wednesday morning after Hungary closed its border with Serbia, blocking the previous route into the European Union. EU leaders will hold an emergency summit next week to discuss the crisis. Croatian officials say migrants must apply for asylum there or be treated as illegal immigrants. Riot police were trying to hold back several thousand migrants who had crossed from Serbia. There was mayhem as Croatian police tried to restore order, with children screaming, women crying and people knocked over. Our correspondent adds. The crowds, who were chanting "We want to go" had gathered in the baking heat to wait for transport on from the border. Croatian police eventually gave way under pressure. Many of the migrants said they intended to walk to Slovenia. Many of the migrants are exhausted with supplies of food and water running low. Croatia is part of the European Union but is not part of the border Lozc and Gen area. The Interior Minister said Croatia would not be able to take any more migrants. On Wednesday, hundreds were involved in clashes at the Hungary-Serbia border after Hungarian authorities used water cannon and tear gas to stop migrants forcing their way through. Separately on Thursday, European Council President Donald Tusk announced that European leaders would meet on September 23. The European Parliament voted to back plans for the mandatory relocation of 120,000 refugees around the EU. But interior ministers from EU countries have not so far been able to reach agreement on the plan.